TGR. Hey, what's up, everyone? On this amazing, what's today? Today's Thursday, July 9th. I'm Rudy, and by the power invested by the internet gods, we have the amazing.
It's your boy Onyx, ka-chow, blam, 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 Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, blam, blam, blam. I love that. Oh man, that's gotta last all the way until like the next Spider-Man after Miles Morales comes out. Oh man, dude.
Gaming Spider-Man, is that gonna be my new name now?
Yes, we should totally.
Spider-Man,
We'll like draw your face on Spider-Man's body. Spidey Onyx, let's go. Oh man, that's great. I love it. So, guys, it's been a crazy week in the world of video games. There's a couple of stories that we want to go ahead and talk about, but the first one that we wanted to talk about was something that came from GameIndustry.biz. This was posted today. Yes, today. EA, well, there is an investment group, CTW Investment Group, that is launching a shareholders campaign against publishers, and it highlights overcompensation. So EA, the title of the headline of the article is EA is developing an addiction to executive overpay, says investment group. This is something that I feel like it's kind of like duh. In regards to everyone. I mean, Onyx, we like very briefly like went over it before we even started recording, man. How do you feel about all this craziness?
I mean, it's the usual BS with the game industry, right?
Yeah.
Capitalism runs rampant, especially at the higher echelon of things. Echelon?
Echelon? I always thought it was echelon. I don't know. I don't even know. Correct me.
I think it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct me in the comments below.
Yeah.
So it's always been an issue up there. I mean, you look at Activision and Bobby Kotick, Mr. Satan himself.
Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford is another one.
Dude, ridiculous. Screwing over developers.
For sure. So seeing this investment group coming out and saying, like, guys, y'all need to chill the shit. My favorite bit of this, like, article is, like, EA's approach. They essentially want to keep paying these guys, like, overpay them to keep these key executives, because, you know, you got to pay these fucking financial officers tons of money to keep making these amazing games that keep the companies afloat, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, I 100% agree with you, man. It's just we've talked about this like on Discord and on YouTube and on Twitter. Like it's insane. Like in the article itself, it goes ahead and it talks about Dieter Weisenberger, and then the CFO, Blake Jorgensen, is the one that you mentioned while you were talking about. Along with his $6.5 million annual grant, Jorgensen received an additional $10 million in a special equity grant. Guys, I can't even imagine. Like, now, I understand that some of this is, you know, built equity and so on and so forth. So it's not, some of it is not liquid cash, but net value and net worth. What the hell do you do with that?
And not just that, like, those are grants.
Yeah.
Is that, when you say a $6.5 million annual grant, is that his, like, salary, or is that separate from his salary?
As far as I know, grants are things that you don't have to pay back. And a grant is generally something that's outside of a salary. That's as far as I know. Now, EA, any company that is a publicly traded company, they have shareholder meetings and so on and so forth. It's public information that is out there specifically for the shareholders. Sometimes they're held at private locations and so on and so forth. But this is just absurd, man. That is like such an insane. It's $16.5 million. Like, and Moss, he got an additional $7 million on top of his annual $5.5 million grant.
It's just like, why do they need that big of a grant?
No.
In the first place.
People complain about developers not making enough money, guys. This is why they don't make enough money. Because
it's sad to say, it's because of most capitalist like companies. That's how it is. The little guys doing the grunt work, doing the really hard work, the magic happen, don't get paid shit.
Yeah. While crunching and suffering from anxiety, depression, sleep deprivation. I mean, we can go ahead and link to Jason Schreier. He did like an awesome piece on that specific thing, talking about all of that stuff.
About Naughty Dog recently.
Yeah, Naughty Dog recently. And I would love to link to that in the description below so you guys can see for yourself. I mean, it's one of those things that, and most of the names that are there, they're either changed or it's completely anonymous simply because of the fact that they want to keep their job. They want to speak about these things. And I remember when GDC was happening last year, like that was one of the things that Super Bunny Hop interviewed plenty of the developers there about. Is about crunch and how they were being treated. And I just don't think that somebody at the top should deserve $16.5 million when people on the bottom are feeling this way.
Suffering.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with you on that. So
yeah, 100%, man. The next thing that we wanted to go ahead and talk about was this crazy move that I forgot who it was specifically that shared it on Discord, but somebody shared it on Discord that Sony is actually investing $250 million into Epic Games.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Which to me is just like it just shows how they're getting cozier in regards to everything. They have this article that's in the description below. You'll see it on screen. Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida said in a statement, Epic's powerful technology in areas such as graphics places them at the forefront of game engine development with Unreal Engine and other innovations. We will explore opportunities for further collaboration with Epic to delight and bring value to consumers and the industry at large, not only in games, but also across the rapidly evolving digital entertainment landscape. What does that mean to you, Onyx?
Dude, I mean, they just want to have money in a big company like that, man.
I agree with you.
Imagine if, I mean, it's not going to happen. Just imagine Fortnite 2 gets announced.
Yeah.
And it's going to be first to play on the PS5.
Like a timed exclusive thing?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Oh my God, man. I wonder how many people would be pissed.
It would piss off a lot of people, mainly the PC and Xbox crowd.
You don't think that they would bring it to PC at all?
No, they would. They would.
Like, well, I mean, like at initial launch, because I mean, for consoles, I feel like it's like something can come out, and using this Fortnite 2 as an example, like it will go ahead and it'll come out on EGS, and then on Sony, it would come out to the PS5, and that's it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, can you imagine seeing that? Granted, it's not like a crazy stake. It's 1.4% of the company.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot of money. It's nothing to
nothing to scoff at, man. Like,
right.
If give me $250 million, I'll be happy with that. You know,
dude, I'll take 1% of that.
And I'd be happy. It makes me wonder what Sony is going to do in the future with Epic, with EGS, if at all. I know that they are bringing a lot of games to Steam, Horizon Zero Dawn. There's rumors of Bloodborne. I don't think that's been officially...
no, not at all.
No. So it's just rumors beyond rumors.
It's not even rumors. It's just people like wanting it.
It's so funny because, and I could be wrong, but let me do a quick search for Bloodborne. If you like search Bloodborne, and on Google, underneath Bloodborne, in like the little box all the way into the right, underneath it says computer game. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if it says it for other things. Like, let me check out Sekiro. Well, actually, no, Sekiro came out on that, but I don't know. It's just it's crazy. Like, I saw that the other day before I started my Bloodborne stream. Well, tried to, and I was like, check that out. But no, if they were to bring their games exclusively onto EGS in the future, like Sony were to do that simply because of their close ties with EGS, well, Epic Games. Do you think that's a possibility?
I don't know. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Just because, like I told you before we started, they're paying money to Epic.
Right.
That means that they're interested in what their products do and how much money they could possibly make from that. It wouldn't make sense to me as a company to say, all right, I'm going to give you money so I can put my games exclusively on your platform that has way, way less users. You know what I mean? This wouldn't make sense.
Okay, no, fair enough. I mean, it definitely makes sense. It seems like from what Yoshida said, they are primarily interested in the engine more than anything else, in the graphical fidelity and the power behind it. So that's.
I can just see like that could also be a thing where it's like, all right, guys, invest more time into our architecture because we want us to be as close as possible to the not to the company. Oh my god, to the competition.
Yeah.
Right. Like we know the Xbox One X on paper is going to be more powerful.
Right.
At least from the GPU side. So, and I believe the CPU as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's set up differently, but yeah.
Yeah. So knowing that, maybe they want to make sure that Epic and anybody that uses Unreal Engine 5 has like a really good dev kit or like a really good understanding of the architecture of the PlayStation. I don't know.
No, I mean, it makes sense. It 100% makes sense, man. But yeah, the other thing that I wanted to go ahead and that we wanted to go ahead and talk about was Microsoft, and this was yesterday. God dang it, man! Like these days are like blending in together. I posted this on Discord, but it's also from GameIndustry.biz. The headline reads: Microsoft reportedly against publishers charging for Xbox Series X upgrades. And then it says platform holders said to be encouraging alternative models for those who don't want to engage with the smart delivery scheme. And here's the thing, like, I think that smart delivery is probably one of the most pro-consumer features, options that are available for next gen. If PS5, Sony said that they have like, their 100 games or whatever that will eventually expand to whatever, but Xbox is straight up just saying you put it in and it works. And for a publisher to, and we've seen this with, we talked about it during our $70 a game weekly resume where we talked about NBA 2K21 and like their crazy $69.99 price point. But did you know that there is a $99 bundle that will go ahead and give you both versions?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So this is, in the article, it goes ahead and it says, Microsoft is also encouraging other offers such as cross-gen bundles, either physical or digital, where customers receive both versions of the game. This is the route 2K Games has taken, positioning the $99 or £84.99 bundle of NBA 2K21 for Xbox One and Xbox Series X as the Mamba Fever Edition. So essentially, they're circumventing the smart delivery. They're charging a premium for it, and they're saying, "Hey, you can pay $100 and you're going to get both versions. You're going to get the version for Xbox One X, and you're going to get the version for Xbox Series X." So this is essentially what Microsoft is saying. It's just like, dude, you're either with smart delivery, and if you're not, you can figure stuff out for yourself. We're not going to support you. We would rather you be on smart delivery, which it makes sense. It's prosumer 110%. But just like 2K is like, hey, our games are worth $69.99 and we're going to add microtransactions and blah, 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 and bundles for this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, that is some bullshit. Yeah, dude.
Like $100 just so I can have two copies, essentially, two versions of the game on two different consoles. That's just absurd to me.
I agree.
It's just 2K. Like, they're not every single company, obviously, but they're setting a precedent.
Exactly, and that's the thing that really pisses me off, man. Like EA, they have their setup is according to this article. Meanwhile, EA has come up with its own dual entitlement scheme where people who purchase Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One or PS4 will receive the corresponding next-gen version for free. Although this has to be claimed by Madden NFL 22, or by the time, it says, although this has to be claimed before Madden NFL 22 is released. So it's like, I want to buy the game and stick it into the device and it work. This is just another hurdle that's there. It's kind of like them saying, well, if you had gotten it, at this time, it would have been okay. Obviously, Madden NFL is an annual game. NBA 2K is an annual game. So by the time that the next iteration comes out, the previous one is essentially irrelevant for that fan base that's there. I am a firm believer that options should be given to consumers and gamers. That if I buy a game and Xbox is like, hey, we have smart delivery, why isn't every publisher on this? It's money.
Why isn't every company on that?
It's money. It's all about money.
So I give major kudos to Microsoft and the team that actually thought of that system, just because you said it's pro-consumer, but it also shows them a willingness to take a hit, because theoretically they can sell a second copy, a second version of it, and make more money off of that. But the fact that they're saying, no, we're not going to do that, that's fantastic. Like, more companies should do this.
You know why though, right? Because last gen they started the complete opposite.
Oh yeah, it's
last gen they were like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be like, well, if you want to borrow your buddy's game, it has to, be checked in for DRM and all this and that, and they won't be able to play it or whatever. And it's just there were so many hoops that you needed to jump through in order to.
I feel like that system was a little too forward thinking. Yes, having to always check DRM is bad. I don't like that at all.
No.
However, their family sharing system was actually not a bad idea, because it was kind of similar to what we have with Steam.
Touche.
You can have the family share, like what me and you do.
Yeah.
So it was kind of similar to that, but it was I think it was too forward thinking at the time. And the fact that the DRM had to be checked literally daily was dumb as shit.
Dude,
that was awful.
They literally said in an interview after that conference, and I can link the video, they literally said that if you do not want to do this, buy an Xbox 360. If you do not have internet, buy an Xbox 360. And at that moment, aside from, Jack Trenton being like, this is how you, or I don't know, it was Yoshida and who was the other dude?
It was Yoshida, and I don't think it was Jack Trenton.
No, it wasn't Jack Trenton. It was, I forgot his name. Let me know in the comments below. But he was like, this is how you borrow a game, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, the knife was already in Microsoft, and they were just twisting it, man. They were literally twisting it. So for me, it was... They have learned from their mistakes. I feel like they have learned from their mistakes and they are moving forward. I feel like Xbox Game Pass is a rebranded version of what they were trying to do, just based on a subscription model. And I dig it. I like it. I like Game Pass. It's awesome. There's so many games that are there that I would not have purchased, but Game Pass gives me the opportunity to play them.
The fact that I can play my... my favorite Xbox exclusives without having to buy an Xbox. That's great to me.
Freaking worry, man.
Yep.
Come on, Halo is there. Obviously, we're not going to get Infinite, but whatever.
We're not?
I don't think so. I think.
I don't know.
I mean, when
do we get it?
As far as I know, correct me in the comment below or in the comments below, guys. But I'm pretty sure that we're not getting Halo Infinite on PC. It's going to be a console exclusive at launch. At least that. I know that we're getting Halo 3. That's coming onto the Master Chief Collection for PC soon. But as far as I know, that's that.
Dude, literally, I just Googled Halo Infinite on Google.
Really?
And it says Halo Infinite for Xbox One and Windows 10.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah, dude.
Well, I'm a loser.
They pretty much said that Game Pass is pretty much going to get most, if not all, first-person games.
Damn.
Or first-party games.
That is awesome. That is awesome. That is so cool.
That is.
Xbox is so good.
Yep. Platforms: Xbox Series X,
yep.
Xbox One, Microsoft Windows.
PC Gamer. Halo 6 is officially Halo Infinite, and it's coming to PC. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man. Xbox, come on. It's bae.
So hopefully that when in a few weeks when we see their gameplay reveals, hopefully we see Infinite.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I mean, it's all first party, so it's Infinite. I'm assuming we're gonna see more Hellblade, and I'm assuming that we're gonna go ahead and see whatever everybody else has been working on all the freaking
Perfect Dark. please.
I mean,
But well, we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, 110%, man. Speaking of Xbox and everything else, though, there is a rumor that Onyx shared with me earlier, pretty much, and I'll link to it below. You'll see it on screen. This has been posted by Belis284 on Reddit, and it's 100% a rumor, guys. Something interesting I noticed today at my job. I work in electronics at Target, and I was checking to see if we were getting any more Xbox One consoles in. I noticed every single Xbox console we normally carry was discontinued, meaning essentially our store will no longer be carrying any Xbox One S, Xbox One X consoles. Doesn't it make much sense to stop selling consoles in July at a major retailer if the console is expected to release holiday 2020? Makes me wonder if maybe a surprise early launch of the Series X is on the way. That's that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get an early launch. That would be great, but I doubt it. Especially because the next comment after that was like, yeah, the original Xbox, the 360, the One, the One X have all launched in November.
Mm-hmm.
So I doubt they're gonna change that now.
Right.
But it would be really weird for them to just stop making them. Now, again, you said it yourself. It's a rumor.
Yeah.
So this could just be that store may have like a wrong SKU in their system.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very interesting to see, to see if they actually stop making them so early.
Yeah, I mean, there was another comment that said artificial supply and demand, which could be true, but at this point in the life cycle of a console, really? Would you?
I mean, unless it's not selling well at all, right? Unless they realize, we're actually going to save money by not making these and put it all towards the One X. I mean, the Series X.
Yeah. And somebody else was all like, I work for a large UK Irish retailer, and we haven't gotten any Xboxes in our deliveries in a while. And in parentheses, they're like, could just be COVID/lockdown thing. Then they go off saying, we were also selling off our One X stock at a heavily discounted price to clear them out. Or to clear them, excuse me.
Interesting.
So, I mean, I don't know. It could be anything. In my opinion, I don't see an early launch either. At all.
I don't see that either.
No, man. Like, the earliest that I see, personally, is October. That's the earliest that I see. They
might do it just to beat PS5.
Right. And like the thing is that there was a rumor saying that they were going to launch on Black Friday. Do you remember that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that they were going to launch on Black Friday this year, that it was going to be obviously Black Friday's crazy big here, if you don't know, in the United States, for our friends that live in the UK, Europe, and Australia. But for us, I mean, that's when everybody's out. It just makes sense. Nintendo sold Switches like crazy on Black Friday. They did not discount. They just bundled it with a game. I'm sure it was a digital code for their Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8, yeah.
And, from there, it just flew off shelf. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited to see what Xbox is going to bring to the show, man.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Dude, they're just lining themselves up properly, and that's what excites me. They're setting themselves up to really be a first party machine. And if they're going to continue going the route that they're going, and they're going to go ahead and add more first party titles, and they're coming to Xbox Game Pass on PC, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Sold. Freaking, where do I sign up? Oh wait, I'm already signed up.
I'm already paying it, baby.
Oh man. But no, man, it's been an interesting week, to say the least. To say the least, man. It's definitely been interesting. And for those of you that are on Discord, I'm sure you've seen our conversations about this stuff already. But we just wanted to go ahead and share with everybody else.
Indeed.
But yeah, no. Onyx, anything else you want to say in regards to all that stuff?
No, man. It's just the next couple of weeks are going to be really interesting. There's rumors. There's so much stuff flying around. We might get a Nintendo Direct on July 17th. So
my hopes and dreams.
Yes, please.
Hopes and dreams, bro. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't joined our Discord, if you want to support us directly, obviously Patreon, or you can click that join button below and become a member. Yeah, we will go ahead and see you on the next one, guys.
Later, y'all.
Deuces.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more and stay up to date, subscribe, hit the little bell, and join our Discord.
If you want to support the channel, please check out our Patreon or hit the join button below. As always, thanks for your support and thanks for watching.